Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by. Here for my alibi, I assume. Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me. Did you now? You're confident they were slug agents and not, I don't know, hired thugs in stolen uniforms? In short, Slug has not sent anyone to rough you up, Inspector. That would be acting against our own self-interest. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you? I suspect you, but I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation. You said it, not... So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was. Let's see. Torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people. And I appreciate that, Inspector. The fact of the matter is, I know I didn't kill Helen, and I trust you fully and completely to find whoever did. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but You may very well want to. This particular items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before you ask. I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. Nothing unsavory, and nothing Ludovico shouldn't know about, if that's your concern. I'm quite serious when I say Slug is a legitimate business. As to the specifics, I'm not sure. The warehouse foreman should be able to tell. Before you ask, I know the I'm obliged. Though in the spirit of honesty, I fully intend... Regardless, this will be fun. You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse... No, I'm joking. If she won't... And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back. Was there... Very well. A few. Helen was strangely... She said it was role research. But how much business know-how does one actor truly... I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. That she bought in bulk? Not particularly. It takes time. I wonder, did she run out of time in the... That is... Tell me, do you really believe Helen's... This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Indeed. I suspect Helen arrived on Eridanos with grander plans than promoting Spectrum Brown. I knew I was right about you being clever because whoever did kill Helen is... I might. Your point? Now that is interesting. I suppose. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still. One moment, if you please. What or who was it now? Thank you for your honesty, Inspector. Thanks very much indeed. Now then, the original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused. An excellent deduction, Inspector. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger. To his credit, he has tried. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business. Because one day soon. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still... He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar. I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh. We ought to talk shop one of these days.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. You can talk, discrepancy amplifier. You do it. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range. Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation. The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles. That is highly likely.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case. Inspector. To what?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed. Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner, a Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye. The fingerprints belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch. Inspector.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered. Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device. Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
What the? What was that? Look out!
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in. Feel free to have a look around, sir.
Hey, you think they keep any spare parts down here? Just wondering.
Is Fight Night still on then?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
You're being absurd.
Timeline
Sprats
discrepancy
can't earn
detected
doctorates.
nearby.
Tell that to the good doctor. He does what he wants.
That's multiple years of study. Do Sprats even live that long?
No idea. All I know is he's going for a second doctorate in netting me an obscene amount of money.
Did you see the new one they shipped in this week? Now that is a Sprat of unusual size. Had a crazy look at it.
This Sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection. An excellent point, Inspector. The unique immunological subsystem found in Sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
Sprats are hardy little shits. Their immune system fights off pretty much everything.
A cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size. Based on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this Sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Hey there, little buddy.
Wait! Maybe this N-ray warning isn't decorative.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What? Case. Just like a real inspector. Right, so that's the weird part. There's no pattern. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers? Who'd be desperate enough to want to... Yeah, no one's dumb enough to think... Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't... I wish they hadn't stolen the blue pens. Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Best I can figure, it's... As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He... Could be. That's Benton's area. Last time I asked him to check the automechs... Brain dead, maybe. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined. Maybe they're keen on... I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Miss Helen. Just about all negotiation. Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to act... Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating... Nah, I...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include... For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes. There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed. Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequent.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational. How can this Access panel is open. Please be sure to ejecting data log alert. Power rerouted. Boosting radio signal detection range. Additional frequencies
timeline description. Inspect the 4-1.
Loading. How can this access panel? Failsafe successfully disabled. Kill mode deactivated. Ejecting data log 17C. Apologies. The unit entering.
This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the Groundbreaker.
Inspector. To what? Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened? What makes you... Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern. So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it. Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device? She, Inspector. She could hear everything. The bug belongs to me, Inspector. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research. That, or she never intended it to stop. Impossible to know now. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn. This is a betrayal, Inspector. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground. Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well... Oh, that is good, Inspector. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Inspector. Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found. That doesn't surprise me. Cedric practically stole his way to Eridanos. With that in mind, do you I'm pleased to hear that. Cedric hasn't won you over with his... Unfortunately, even I don't...
What floor would you like? Next.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint...
Inspector? Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death? No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Please, can't you see my heart is bursting at the seams? I absolutely must go out. A quote from the Sisty Cutlet. I voiced a Sisty pig, aware that it was going to be slaughtered. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer. Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense. Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish. What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's, an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe?
I've never heard of that. You sure you're talking about terror?
Oh, that's it. I'm... Oh, well, there's... Maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the Terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her. Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terra ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process. I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the... Please think twice about telling the administrator of my... Tell him... I promise I shall make up. Thank you very much, Inspector.
What floor?
Hello! Welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. Least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you? Of course, She's promised me that I'd... Of course, I've been waiting on some... If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out. Or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability. Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the Prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. Oh my. Yes, the circumstances there are quite However, we recently had a high-profile visitor. I'm actually not entirely certain. It was a surreptitious visit that stood out because it was surreptitious. Whoever it was must have paid the Prophet. At least that's the only reason I can think of for intention. Well, by and large, no. But a few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, at first I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her. I was here at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and... Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the Prophet. Who will, I'm sure... I noticed the Prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped. I could have, but I generally don't have the time. The Prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpret... I think...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for scanning. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints error. Recalibrating. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline detected. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt. No sign of struggle or evidence of wildlife consumption of body. Suspected likelihood of user correctness, 86%. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected. Additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Welcome. I'm delighted to... Who said that? It was a bundle of clothing, brother. Even productivity geniuses need to do laundry from time to time. Yes. I had a visitor, yes. But as it turned out, But their peers came and collected them shortly thereafter. I'm sure which... Yes, that's correct. Your tone of voice seems to suggest... Whatever the case, I didn't care to mention Helen's change in decision, because... Oh, really? Clever work, Inspector. It seems even I can't slide my way out of the trap you've so intricately weaved. I admit it. I killed Helen. By mistake. Helen changed her mind and wanted to attend one of my sessions. I, knowing the importance of the seminar, desired to truly galvanize her, though not to stop her heart. So when it came time, I chose to double Helen's dosage of After that, I entered a less than coherent state. Laws, no. I hate guns. If I ever wanted to kill someone... I'm no medical professional, but that certainly seemed the case. Usually my customers at least writhe or mumble after a sec. My productivity-enhancing herbs typically do induce slug. Do you jest? The guests at the Colonial eat no shortage of strange things. Besides, the hotel is ridiculously far. I could... What? Is this some kind of... No. You can't trick me. I finally discovered what's happening. You think I'm going to let this injustice happen? Ha! I can't say I'm pleased by being kept in the dark.
Gotta keep going.
But we're good.
Inspector? Ms. Leyva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The Prophet business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leyva's followers. So, tell me. She wants to be arrested. That's not the kind of behavior I expect. Does the Prophet strike you as a reason? Of course, Inspector, you know that's what I meant. I'm asking you if you... Arresting the Prophet could spell the end of her career. Thank you for the update, Inspector. Excellent. Oh, I am disappointed. I'd always believed Mr. Woolrich a man of high character. It pains me to order the arrest and detention of someone I admired. I'd like you to continue investigating Helen's... Inspector, I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen? I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen? I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. We're done. I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence. If you have no proof, then... Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now. Forget what I said. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to.
What floor would What
It's actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you forget they're probably hiding a terrible secret in there.
I just wanted to make you smile!
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders? Coming from anyone else, I might have scoffed. But you? I can believe you saw through my charade, Inspector. I've heard about you and your ship, Hawthorne. You're one of the few competent people left in this colony. That makes us two of a kind. She was much more to me than a body double. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price. So am I. I'm sorry I wasn't there for her. I'm sorry I couldn't protect her. Killing the administrator won't bring her back, but it'll feel good.
I have no regrets. I did exactly what I had to do. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again. A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that... He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that slackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. You know what you need to do.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon. Think of the future.
It's a deal.
The lesser of two evils, I suppose. Let's get...
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. Goodbye, Inspector.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Head through that door. There's another way out. There. I've opened that door for you. Looks like he sealed the door. Let's try throwing that switch down there. That should get us through. Nice work. We're close to the exit. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out. This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies. You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. See you soon, Inspector.
Do you think that fountain's got real purple berry juice? Got it.
What could that have been?
No, they're fine.
We're pretty good at this.
Next stop.
It's strange. When you walk through, Belinda and I practically shared a life. Thank you, but no. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. Precisely. I see we're in your wheelhouse, Inspector. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of Parrot. Cedric's warehouse in the Piraeus spaceport almost... I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know... Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and... Dr. Blossom experimented with Sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune. You're a scientist and... I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back? That sounds like a challenge. Here. You take... There is one other thing. While you're at Piraeus Spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. Best of luck, Inspector. Why, Inspector? Mind your tone, Inspector. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen. I could be myself around Belinda. No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, she was the secret twin. I'm glad you can see past your earlier remarks. Parents, naturally. An agent. To them, Helen was a brand. Revealing our... Belinda and I saw Helen as... an act. And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably should have been me in that ballroom. Never mind that. I'm glad I... It's a lot. It was supposed to be just another marketing job. Rizzo's wanted Halcyon Helen to be the face of Spectrum Brown. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos. Shake some hands, sign a few autographs. Belinda didn't want to go. But I wanted a change of scenery. Belinda and I are Halcyon Helen. Halcyon Helen is a creative property owned by whatever company sponsors our latest picture. Rizzo's financed the majority of Terror on Monarch, which means they currently own 51% of Halcyon Helen. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual game of trading places. Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Bertie treated her like a human being and not... Bertie has a dreadful temper. I was worried about Belinda for a while, but she told me he'd never lay a finger on her. Birdie wasn't the person I should have kept an eye on. I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. Belinda stayed busy socializing with the celebrities around the complex. I saw everything. The test subjects, the parasites. Spectrum Brown was never safe to drink. It would have sold out in a month. This colony loves novelty. They'll eat up any new product we toss their way. A new cereal, a new Spectrum flavor. Ludovico knows that. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium, a parasite in every brain and a grin on every face. I was careless. My regrets are my own to bear. But for what it's worth, was there some...
Something bumming me out. I hear someone. I just wanted to make you smile.
I just want to be your friend. And that's how it's done, Captain.
How'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah? And not one of them? No, you look clean. Good. You'd better get inside with the others.
Inspector, you made it. I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. Regardless, you... Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time? It's an ambitious plan, I'll get... But tell me... Always best to make sure a man has a better nature before you appeal to it. You can expect Slug support. I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce. As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, I imagine you have a plan. Are you really? I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. Thank you. Coincidentally enough, Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman, you remember her? There's a... Oh, Now then, is there...
I knew I smelled Sprat in here.